for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The #1 midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the old Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule, that guy. Darren McCarty, won Stanley Cups and stuff. KG, what's really good?
Hey, you know what's really good, man. We midway through the week. You know, the Christmas music ain't really good, but
I got something on that in a minute.
I ain't gonna hate on people that like it. But
Spencer Raxter in the building. One half of the heavyweights, 5 to 7. Shout out. What's good?
Shout out. Hello.
How you living?
I'm all right.
All right, cool. Okay, so with all that being said, a couple things I want to touch on, and this just happened within the last 45 seconds. D-Mac came in, and for those of you that don't see, because you have the collection of Stanley Cups and helmets and stuff like that in front of D-Mac, D-Mac's a big breakfast guy, and a couple times a week, he'll go all in with the breakfast, the eggs, the toast, all of it. I'll say this. There is no more food smell that's more electric than breakfast.
oh, absolutely.
What is it about the smell of breakfast?
Well, speaking from experience over here, it's and shout out to Roast. Everybody knows Roast is connected
Yes,
to Lady
elite
Jane's
spot, by the way.
and to Woodward Sports Network. So a lot of us dine there, haven't had a bad item on the menu, but they do it really well in the back, right? They do it a little like, I got a little cheese in this, and they mix in. It's the way that you combine with breakfast, like the salts, the peppers, and the bacon.
Yes.
The bacon is really the electric part. You got to have bacon to get that pure, in my opinion, smell. And it's got to be well done.
Oh, of course. A lot of
there
breakfast
are some
items.
heathens out there.
There's a lot of breakfast items that need to be well done. I'm team well done hash browns.
Yeah, all day.
I mean, like, burnt.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Borderline burnt.
Yeah, oh yeah, why not? If you burn it, no worries.
Yeah.
I'd rather you go too far than
Then
not
not
far
enough.
enough.
No, that's a fact.
No, absolutely. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there. Get your thoughts out there. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Like almost 72, right across 72,000 subs on YouTube. We'll probably do that today, as a matter of fact. Real quick, a bonus Ask D-Mac from Mike G. And I'm curious to get this. D-Mac, Canadian bacon or regular bacon?
Regular bacon.
No
Sausage
doubt.
links.
Yeah, regular bacon.
Sausage
Canadian bacon's
patties.
good on
Of course.
like as a
Sausage
side,
patties.
but that's more of a ham, isn't it?
It is ham. You were
Yeah, it
you were
is.
in the restaurant game, Spenny.
Yeah.
Canadian bacon is ham.
It's just
It
ham.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for confirming.
And
that.
ham-
Yeah, we
Ham's the
just like
worst breakfast
confusing
meat.
you guys.
That's a fact.
There's no question.
Not even close.
You can have ham anytime.
Yeah.
Right?
Ham's not a breakfast meat.
It's not.
Who decided that the pig was the breakfast animal?
I don't
who
know,
was just
but shout out to him.
Yeah, shout
Shout
out.
out. Well, it's electric.
Yeah.
It can fill the palate throughout, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
L, bacon, sausage, ham, all give up a great aroma, plus cheese is good too for the smell. No, it is. And Chuck Brewer, nothing like waking up to the smell. It is something just electric about it, man. I can't put my finger on it, but when you brought that stuff in here, and if you're in the area, you do need to slide by Roast. A Birmingham Roast.
So good.
100%, dude. Stuff is so good in there, no doubt. All right, second issue. And we got a lot of stuff to get to today. There's some Lion stuff. And Spenny went in on it on social media yesterday.
I mean, kind of.
And we're going to discuss it because it backs right up to KG, what I've been telling you guys.
Yeah.
All of you. It's there. We're going to get there in a minute. You guys tell me. DNC ENT top 5 breakfast menu items. Save that one. Save that one, everybody, because next week's top 5 Thanksgiving
Of course.
menu items.
Yeah.
That's a staple. That's a non-negotiable. That has to happen. And I agree with you. The sausage patty is slept out. Where do you stand on the sausage patty,
The sausage
Spenny?
patty is my
I'm
favorite.
a Lynx over patty guy.
Really?
I'm not
Unless
mad
it comes
at
to
that.
a sandwich. If you're putting it on a sandwich,
gotta be.
Gotta be the patty.
Yeah. I'm not mad at Links,
I'm
but
a patty
patties just
over
hit better.
Links.
So am I.
Yeah,
But
patties hit
but
better.
I'm more bacon. I'll bacon it out to somewhere else. Give me the I'll look for the pea meal bacon, and whatever else.
Bacon over
bacon
everything.
before sausage.
Indy Lion, can't wait for the takeover at Lucas Oil Stadium on Sunday. Going to do my best to get the MVP chance going for golf. No, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that as well. All right, here's the thing. And KG's going to give me slander on this, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm getting too far in on the Christmas music already, and it's out of character.
They got you.
And I'm seeking it out now. Like, I tell you guys this. Like, I'm all sports talk all the time. It's what I do. I prefer the national stuff. We get enough of the local stuff here. I kind of prefer the national stuff. But I'm getting in too deep. No, I'm not going back to the hotel. I'm in too deep on the holiday music, the Christmas music, all of it. I'm concerned, D-Mac.
You know, sorry to sort of hijack this a little bit off that. We can talk about it, but you brought me up something that I wanted to ask you, and I don't think we'll be able to get to it, so now's a great segue. Is Penn State for real?
No. Moving on.
Okay,
Right.
no.
Yeah,
But is this the realest or the fakest or the whatever that they've shown? Like, right?
No,
like, I mean, is this the
It's an
year?
extension of the time.
What?
It's an extension of the
Okay.
playoff extension.
I was wondering, can anybody else think that, though?
No.
No.
I know they still got James Franklin, the crystal ball of break and stuff like this, but so they're not? 'Cause-
No.
Okay.
They'll get exposed.
I
Don't worry
just,
about
was anybody else thinking that around Thanksgiving?
No.
Okay.
No, the Harvest Moon already happened. That already happened. They played
Just saying,
Ohio
aren't they
State.
fifth?
Right.
Yeah, you're late in the season, D-Mac. Now, I know like it was warmer, a fall and everything like that, so maybe that's why you were a little bit later. Once the Harvest Moon comes
No,
up, that's
I
the
get
end of
it,
Penn State.
But they're still doing it, though.
No, they're not.
They're not?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not.
I just wanted to make
Just
sure.
wait for the playoffs,
Because I
D-Mac.
thought for a minute they were.
Yes.
It looked great.
Mike O, Canadian Bacon
That's
Blows.
what it is. They look prettier than they have in the past.
Exactly.
They got
Yeah.
themselves all dolled up a little bit better.
And I'm surprised it took this long to do it, but in the chat, lots of talk about white meat versus dark meat.
That Ryan Ermanni clip is gold.
Legendary.
If you guys get a
Turkey.
chance, go to social media. Ryan Ermanni on Fox 2 has a clip that's going pretty viral right now.
We played on the morning show too this morning. It's so
Ryan
funny.
Ermanni's thoughts on white meat versus dark meat.
The female anchor is the slept-on performance, though. She was absolutely awesome. I always forget her name, though, so my apologies on that, but she was awesome.
Correct. No, that is very, very good. But I just... Nicholas Duncan, what kind of Christmas music? Carols, worship, kid song? No, just like... I'm not...
Carols.
I prefer... I slide R&B Christmas music.
Thank you,
I
Neil.
lean that way. Okay, that's typically my
trying
thing.
to sweeten your case, that's all.
What do you mean?
You try to sweeten your case to the community.
No, I've already stated my case.
Yeah.
The Prides of Pontiac have stood up and already put it on wax.
That's one area deal.
I'm good in any hood in the yak. Don't got to check in, nothing. I would argue that's...
Pontiac ain't the biggest city in Michigan.
Well, I would argue it's one of the toughest.
It is.
Real talk. I would argue that. But no, D-Mac, should I be concerned or no?
With what?
The Christmas music thing.
No, never.
No?
Never, dude. Get your joy on. Isn't that like, that's what the Christmas is, part of it is
And
all
shit
the
is
things that we
fraudulent.
grew up and singing the songs, and no matter what, you're going through the store, right? You're going through a store and it's got Christmas music on and nobody's looking and you're jamming out the Jingle Bells or something like that, depending on your mood.
I guess.
No, Santa Claus is coming to town. This is what it's all about. And Neil, that's the beauty. Whichever flavor, you want it extra spicy, you want it a little more bland, you can go there. That's what Christmas music that can give to you.
They got you, Neil. I mean, just flat out. Don't take it from me because I'm Scrooge McDuck. Like, I don't rock with this shit at all. But
what's your problem with it?
I view Christmas as crack cocaine, and the corporations are the dealer. And every beginning of November, they'll sprinkle a little bit out with the Christmas music, to get y'all a little taste,
free
get y'all
hit.
hooked. And then by the time December come, y'all full-on junkies. And then December, that last week before Christmas comes around, y'all scrambling in the stores, acting like fucking maniacs. It's bad, man. And even with Black Friday and, Cyber Monday as we have it now, it's all fake to me. I've never really been a fan.
Spenny, where are you at on it, man?
What, Christmas
Yeah.
music? I like Christmas music.
Bah, humbug.
When,
I'm a
when,
fan.
when's the line? When can you tap in?
I would say like late November. So yeah, you're pretty fair.
You were all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to run it by the people.
It's not like I'm not soulless. I like some Christmas music. I'm just not one of those people that can listen all day, every day. Like the people that have, WOMC on all day listening to Christmas music. You're a weirdo. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like,
that tea's thrown, Kenny.
you're
right?
delusional. Like, I don't know.
Caston Reed, Neil, true or false? An artist that releases a Christmas album, their career is then over. Caston, originally,
Mariah Carey.
originally I would say that, like, because they kind of, once they run their race, they get one more ring of the cash register and come out with a Christmas. But Michael Bublé, I would argue Christmas music made
That
him.
made his career for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley was a big aid to his career.
I wouldn't say Big A.
Yeah, it was.
He had it on his own, but I get what you mean.
I'd love to look at sales.
It was a good look
like
for him.
Mariah Carey.
No.
Oh, Mariah Carey loves this time of
It
year.
kept
Well,
her
that's
lights
what I'm
on
saying.
for
Like
sure.
it's different if you use it properly. Like that's what you think about.
But then you would argue the Chipmunks, they were a rap.
Oh.
They got one last swing at the,
Christmas, Christmas time.
that's over. Somebody in here saying James said Chipmunks Christmas album
Everybody knows
underappreciated.
Chipmunks.
No, it's way overrated.
Yeah.
It's way overrated.
So it was a
I-
product of its era. That's all.
Yeah, no. BD3, Bing Crosby is the man. I think we can all agree on that one.
Yeah.
We can all agree on that one. All right, let's do this. Let's slide into the first break because Spenny's got something good brewing, and I want to talk to him about it, and I want to talk to you about it. And it backs up. And ultimately, I want to do it because it shows I'm right. Like, I'll cut the ish with you guys. So I will do it like that. Sabbath Coffee.
Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Make sure you tap in if you want delicious, locally roasted, freshly sourced coffee delivered right to your door. Subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first order. Sabbath Coffee Roasters. They should be your first choice when you're looking to fill your cup in the morning.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch. Yes, new Detroit shirt designs are up at shop.woodwardsports.com. Black Friday's pulling up soon, everybody. So go to shop.woodwardsports.com. We'll have some deals for you going on Black Friday as well. All new merch in there. There may be a new civilian 16 golf line out there. So keep an eye on that as well. The very best in Detroit sports wearables. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, we're off and running here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. What is it, Wednesday? We're on a Wednesday.
Hump day.
Hump day,
Top
everybody.
5 day.
Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 cup sizes. I can't wait. All right, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you. Just wrapping up the opening discussion there. Mike G. Neil, jazz Christmas music is the best while drinking bourbon. 1,000,000,000%. Agree with that. Agree with that all the way. Okay. Spencer Raxter brought this to our attention yesterday. KG, somebody wants to know. Fletch lives daily. Why can't we have a White Friday?
I don't know.
I would argue every other
I was gonna
Friday.
say,
Yeah, every
I was about to
Friday is
say,
White Friday.
I don't know what you want me to answer.
All right. It's something where for me, I've said this for a very, very long time. And it's something where the evidence continues to play out. We're coming off a week where Jameson Williams has, 4 catches, 130-ish yards, touchdown, just being on brand, impacting football,
22 yards a
affecting
catch.
winning. Yeah, I mean, just we've seen it time and time again. However, under the surface, much like Jared Goff, there is an underbelly of people that want to hate for some reason. And we're continuing to see it play out. And Spenny, you saw this.
We got the video.
You addressed it.
Yeah.
So let's see. This is Locked On Lions
Including
podcast,
the
right?
one to Jameson Williams, where he turned on the burners and then acted like a complete clown and grabbed his crotch and what. I'm done talking about that. Let me just actually, I'm not done talking about it. Let me just get this out of the way before all the YouTube commenters come after me. Jameson Williams' act is getting tired. Sorry, guy's a talented player, but jumping backwards into the end zone when you don't have to. What if he hit his head, cracked his head open? What if he got a concussion? What if he hurt himself? Just run into the end zone. Just run in there. Just do what your other teammates do. You want to dance after? Go for it. Grabbing his crotch like Marshawn Lynch, whatever. You guys think it's cool? Hey, Breaking T has a t-shirt for it. Awesome. I think it's stupid. Sorry. Talented kid. But it seems like every week we bring up an immature act.
And again, that was Matt Derry with the Locked On Lions podcast. And to be fair, Matt Derry and I are friends. I like
Me
Matt
too.
a lot. Yeah,
But
I
he's
like Matt.
fucking wrong.
And okay, D-Mac, so
I mean, that's
tap in.
cute, but what's his coach? What's his teammates say? Is it too much for them? Do whatever, because they'll reel him back in. No, he's being him. So, you know what? Everybody get hurt.
Yeah, come on now.
You're wrong. You want people to be. Then the bottom line is, if you see it dialed back, it's probably because somebody said, "Hey, just dial it back a little bit." If not, then let him be him. What's his coach say? What's his What is that organization? And you know what? If we don't like the way that he does it, because that's him, well then I'm sorry. Well, like everybody, to see how the goalposts always move to whatever out they
Well,
always
it's a checklist
move for some people.
Yeah.
No matter what, never satisfied. What did he have this weekend?
Buck 30-ish, tutty, 4
Four
catches.
touches, buck 30.
Pretty on brand.
Does that every 4 games and sprinkles into whatever? What do you want? Like, what are we talking about? Because he grabbed his junk and he fell in the end zone.
Right.
If it's too much, Dan Campbell's telling him, yo, you know,
If it's too
might
much,
not
he would've
want to
got
do
flagged.
that or whatever. It's the excitement. But if you don't see that this kid is just excited to play, and you got to sort of reel it in for us to get that mature. Like, that's why Joey Kosher came in. His nickname's Papa for a reason. It's sort of like, you know, you do something, or you know what was acceptable or what wasn't. But this is like, what are we talking about? I'm like, what are we talking about?
No, but it's all the time.
Okay,
whether
so
it's Jameson
all-
Williams,
but I
whether
mean,
it's Jared
always
Goff.
gonna be those people. Then we just have this conversation about Goff.
Yes, and
We're
we
always gonna have this
continue
conversation
to.
about somebody. It's not good enough. Wait till the Dan Campbell ones come up. We're Steve Eiserman in it right now, and even that one's more to that you could look for explanation if you don't understand what's been going on all along for the long play. But he's not going to move. And why did we talk yesterday? You know, like a lot that's worthy to talk about. Right, but what are we talking about here?
But that's my question to the people.
Neil,
Like,
tell me, what are we talking about here?
Skydog 722, Neil and Spenny. Why are Goff and JMO the 2 most hated Lions? I don't know the answer. That's what I'm coming to everybody here and asking, like, what is the problem? Spenny, what is the problem?
I don't know. I don't know. What pisses me off is the hypocrisy in that statement alone. Just like your other teammates. Just be like them. Oh, so you mean Amon-Ra St. Brown when he's standing on his head or jumping through the air with his arms at his sides because he got hit by a Kamehameha? Like, they do the same thing. Are you sick? Are you tired of Amon-Ra St. Brown's act? I haven't heard you say that. Like, if you don't like the kid, just say you don't fucking like the kid. Don't be a pussy and hide behind.
Right, and why
I'm
are
sick
we
of his
impeding
act.
on his
Be like the other
on-field
guys.
actions are what you don't like what he did off the field, and the immaturity off the field, and it's growing and stuff like that. That's what it is. Like, what are we talking about?
If
here?
he didn't get
like,
flagged
I
or
played with
fined.
Brett Hall. Brett Hall acted like Barry Sanders because they've been there 600 sometimes or 700 times. Act like you've been there before. Then I watch Alexander Ovechkin, right? Who's going to break Wayne Gretzky's
Right.
most goals ever? He's like 30 behind him before he's done, and he's as hot as he's ever been right now. Celebrates every goal like it's his first. I want my athletes individual. Like, you know,
They're playing
like,
a game.
I would say to JMO, bro, don't grab the junk. Kids around. Right? Like, you don't understand. You're excited. Do that backflip. Don't hurt yourself. You know, like, but what are you talking about here? Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Spenny, shout out Sparty Dog, Justin Applicator for the for the Williams Amon-Ra when they jumped in the crowd together. That was Abby.
Front
was
row.
tapping them.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, they get it on the video.
Spartan Dog.
so-
Spartan Dog, get your money.
Get your money.
Spartan Dog!
Can get that front row tickets and that money he's getting for sure. Shout out
Still,
Abby.
hey, you want to know where that money still getting paid? Right there.
Shout out Abby.
No,
No.
but I mean, what are we talking about?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. You
Okay.
guys know where I stand with this, man. When you're gonna have a 1,200-yard season, and you're gonna score double figures in touchdowns, and you're gonna impact the game and flip games and be the best player in the field
Do
in the
what you
NFC
want.
champ, I don't care what you do. It's different for you. You get a different set of rules, and I know people don't like that, but that's the way the real world works. Look around you.
And wasn't it also somebody had said, and I see Indy Lion bring it up because I've heard it brought. Wasn't it more of like a Marshawn Lynch did it before tribute or whatever like
Exactly.
that? And haven't we seen this kid do tribute celebrations and touchdowns? So pay more attention to that.
Right.
He did the dunk on the goalpost when Calvin got
Right, for Calvin.
inducted
That's what I'm
into the
saying. Maybe
Pride
his
Alliance.
celebrations are more tributes than they are him being like, ask him. But again, at the end of the day, till
Who
your
cares?
coach or your teammates or whatever, they don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it.
Lunchbox hooligans. Didn't St. Brown celebrate by peeing like a dog? I
Yeah,
forgot
He
about that.
did
Yeah,
do that.
he did do that.
But nobody's tired of St. Brown's act.
Right.
Nobody's mad about St. Brown doing stuff like that.
And that's my thing. I'm not tired of J-Mo's act.
No.
Because you know what, between the lines, you know what J-Mo's act is?
Scoring
Give me the pill,
touchdowns.
score a touchdown,
Yes.
outrun everybody in the league. I'll never be tired of that
How
act.
cool is it, like, by the way, when you, like, everything, but not just the deep, but crossing the middle full speed, to see that live and have a step and get the ball and just explode is unbelievable.
Arf in the chat. I haven't seen you here before. Arf, shout out.
No, he's
Welcome
been
in. Thanks for subscribing to the Woodward Sports Network. Spenny hit it 100. And no, because I'm in lockstep with you, Spenny, and I got a little bit different stance on it that I will never be tired of his act.
Yeah.
Because his act is get in the end zone, change the game.
He's playing a game. Let the kid have fun playing a game. Like, what are we doing? If you don't like him, say you don't like him. Don't bring up bullshit like that just to
Right.
talk shit.
Oh, he could hurt his head like you care about his
Yeah.
safety.
Oh, he could
Like, you
crack
don't
his head
care.
open. Yeah, on turf with a helmet on. You think he's gonna crack his head open jumping in the end zone? Like, get real, man.
The same people that would make something about this are the same people that get mad that he goes to the Coney at midnight.
Exactly.
Like, it's just a certain sector of fans,
It's
and
who
we
he
can
is,
just leave
man.
it at that.
It's who he is. He's a kid from the streets. He's gonna stay in the streets. He's a goofy, funny kid. He's gonna be a goofy, funny kid when he fucking scores touchdowns. You want to take away his personality because you're not a fan of it?
Right.
Fuck off, dude.
Yeah, like just come out and say you're not comfortable with it because you can't relate to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Just
say
flat
that.
out.
Just say that. And then on the flip side, Stephen Baffy, valued member of the Woodward community. Maybe we just want Jamin to be a team player, focus on the team and think.
When is
Think
he
about
not
his
a team
teammates
player?
and
You
You
himself.
don't think this kid's a team player because he celebrates like that? Dude, this kid blocks downfield. This kid's as much as Dan Campbell told you.
Right.
He's adhered to the herd. There's a reason that he's as big as part of this team, and there's a reason why you accept these things. Take it from somebody who maybe is more of a black sheep on an organization than it is the norm. This guy over here. Go out there. If you're not, that's what tells you, honestly, that's what tells you he's even more of a team player than you think he is because of that.
If he wasn't
In
a
order
team,
to be a little bit of a black sheep, you have to be all-in team player, or else you're not going to be here.
Right.
To this
Flat
culture.
out.
Do you think Jameson Williams' attitude is good for this culture? Yes. Do you think some of the stuff that has happened away from the field that isn't good for the culture has been addressed? Yes. That's working. What are we?
And
what
that's
are we fucking
good point
doing?
in the chat by Matt Wright. He's handing out turkeys to the community. Yeah, bro didn't bring up after the game. Him and Kirby Joseph handed out 1,000 turkeys to the community
After a game.
After the game, after he did this unspeakable act of grabbing his nuts. Like, get over yourself, man.
Yeah,
get over yourself for real.
No,
The
they
kid
too
loves
worried
the
about
team.
him lighting
The team
fireworks.
loves the kid. If he wasn't a team player, he wouldn't have his head coach coming out there saying, "I back this kid 1,000%." Like, you're just making shit up now. If he's not a team player, then Amon-Ra's not a team player because he celebrates touchdowns the same exact way. He does flips into the end zone. He jumps up and down. He pisses like a dog. I love that shit. Let him celebrate. It's funny. It's a fucking game. Let him play a game and have fun.
The only thing I'm concerned, please don't hurt yourself. Do it. That's it. But I mean, is that going to stop you from doing different things?
No. Sonia Washington in the chat. When you're hood, you're hood, but perform at your job, which he does, and that's where I get off the highway.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, like that's where I get. When you give him the football,
Right.
shit happens.
And when Baker Mayfield does it in the game, we don't talk about his background and where he's from, and this
Yeah,
shit, it's
exactly.
just dumb. Like, it's like I said, I'm over this conversation. I really am, because if you either with it or you not at this point.
Burn. I'm just tired of the spiritual and moral people out there.
Yeah, the
we're
fucking-
Super Bowl bound and finishing 15-2, but J-Mo's immature and golf throws wobblers. Yeah, Burn. I'm with you, man. 1,000%, dude. Like, I don't. It's a wild subset to me, man. Wild subset, and I don't get it, man. Well, and like people don't talk about the turkey thing because that doesn't fit the narrative that
Of
they're trying to
course.
push, man. Like nobody does that. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Andrew Jones, he was scoring a 60-yard touchdown on that play. How much more of a team player can you be,
Yeah, right.
LMAO? D-Mac, I'll lean on you.
What?
Do you slap people a high five when they score goals? You did, right?
Right.
Even if you didn't like them, D-Mac, were you happy they scored a goal?
Fuck yeah, you're on the same team, dude. You're out there winning games.
Oh,
what
man.
come on, what are we doing? Are
No.
we seriously, is this how soft we are these days?
Yeah.
Cast and read. If I could run a 4.2, I'd hold my nuts 24/7. Hey, and I told you guys this. If I had Zeke Elliott's abs, I would never wear a shirt.
Just walking around.
It would be more rare for me to have a shirt on than it would be to have my shirt off. Yeah, I'll be walking around just flexing those abs, man. So I feel you on that one. It is, and we're not going into a second segment on it. I'm looking for answers,
People fear what they don't understand. That's the answer.
and that is the answer. But why can't we just say that? Spenny said it. You said it. I'm saying it. Why?
Maybe they'll love him when he scores a fucking game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. Maybe they'll love him then.
For real.
Fleeting EXP. Suspensions? Yeah. Touchdowns?
And, life with cool, just like we like it. J-Mo's too flashy, Kirby plays dirty, and Goff is a civilian.
Yep.
Perfect.
Damn
Yes.
right.
Yeah. Hey,
Absolutely.
it is, man.
Put that on the Super Bowl.
We won't be talking about it in the pregame show, everybody. That I can promise you. But we'll be back at it with the New Holland Brewing Woodward Sports pregame show. Myself and Sean Belizean from 10 to noon right here in the Woodward Sports studio. Don't forget to Woodward and Maine, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Terry Foster, Matthew Broder, they step in. It's all presented by Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. If you haven't been by Sabbath Coffee Roasters, roll out, by the way. Over there in Clawson, downtown, too. Got a very, very cool spot over there on East 14 Mile Road. So slide on over there. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, that's pretty good as well. Needless to say. But no, nobody's doing football better. Nobody. Not the network, not the TV stations, none of it. Tens of thousands of you know. If you want football, you want Woodward Sports on a Sunday.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
That's okay, because you have a hot girl on your arm. Now Woodward Sports and Les Stanford want to reward you for outkicking your coverage.
I am ugly as by traditional standards.
That's right. If your significant other's hotter than you can win tickets to the Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So find the best pic of her with the average-looking you and post it on X or Instagram.
U-G-L-I-N, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. What? You ugly.
Make sure you tag at Woodward Sports and follow us to enter. We'll announce the winner November 25th. Then you and your much better-looking lady will get tickets to watch Dan Campbell and the Kneecappers.
We're going to buy the kneecap off.
Inside of Ford Field on Thanksgiving. So find the best pic of her and the worst pic of you. And show us all how you outkicked your coverage.
Your mama said you ugly, hey!
From Woodward Sports and Les Stanford.
1800 Tequila,
Yes.
the official tequila of the Lions watch party and
Yes.
post-game show here on Woodward Sports, a proud partner of the Detroit Lions. You can see they've got that great Lions-themed bottle in stores now. Go out and get yours. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest taste of tequila. Please drink responsibly.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Happy to have you with us. There was a little bit of under-the-radar breaking Lions news that has come out. They have signed a linebacker in the absence of Alex Anzalone. They signed David Long, former sixth-round pick of the Tennessee Titans. Was mostly a special teams player during his time with Tennessee, but then became the full-time starter in his final season. Played 50 games for Tennessee, started about half of those. When his rookie deal was up, he signed a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Dolphins. He was named a captain for 2024, but they changed defensive coordinators, and that switch in philosophy proved to be a poor fit, and he lost his starting job. The Dolphins waived him last week. That comes courtesy of Pride of Detroit, a very, very good website that I read, even though they block me on Twitter. But I digress. We're moving on. But I'll tell you this. That whole signing, to me, reeks of a Lions move, right? Because on surface, you're going to say, well, he was a special teams guy, but he grinded his way up to a starting spot, made some money with the Dolphins. They had a shift in coordinators, which means a shift in philosophy, which means a shift in the way they do things that he didn't fit. This one reeks of Brad Holmes, does
Reeks
it not?
culture.
Yep.
Reeks that the door is open from when the plane landed as far as who's meeting him at the door. I think that was the things, and it'll be interesting to hear why they made this move. But also, too, is that the character's got to be there. And usually in linebackers, that's what it is, first of all. But how is he going to be used and how is he going to help this unit? Don't you like the fact that they're out there doing things, right? Somebody goes down. Your best player goes down. What do? Make the best possible move that they could in getting Hunter. Now, this isn't to that, but it fits there, right? This is what you're trying to say. This fits their mode. You know what it's like? It's like making the move for a guy like a Doug Brown back in our day, and you're like, well, how's he going to help this all-star team? But you don't know he's the sixth Russian. And he's the blend, and you can play him up and down the lineup and go look at his stats, especially in '98 playoffs, right? There's roles for different guys, and this seems like the culture's the fit first.
Just to give you some context on it, too, again, from Pride of Detroit. Prior to this year, he was an excellent run defender. Pro Football Focus. Now, I'll use it because it fits the narrative of what I'm talking about here. Pro Football Focus run defense grade of 89.0 in 2022 and 92.6 last year, which led all NFL linebackers who played at least 20% of their defensive snaps. Spenny, you're the transaction guy of the group there. Curious to get your take. I don't know if you did a deep dive on this guy yet or not, but I'm just saying, at surface, in summation of what I've read, this kind of reeks of a Lions move.
Yeah. I mean, it's a solid move. As a guy who had 113 tackles last year in the NFL. He's got 14 missed tackles already this year, so that's not a good sign. But you're not going to ask him to come in here and be a starter.
He's off the street more or less.
He's a guy that's going to provide you some depth at the linebacker spot, probably play some special team snaps, and when you need to rotate guys in, he's going to get a couple snaps on defensive game. He is going to be essentially what Ben Neiman was in this defense when Anzalone was healthy. Ben Neiman moves up to what Rodrigo was in this defense when Anzalone was healthy, and the chain keeps going. Like he's not going to be getting a shit ton of playing time unless he starts going crazy. But I like it. It's a solid pickup. Good depth.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably
absolutely.
the question, right? Because Rodrigo's going to move into Anzalone, or they're going to, move Campbell in and move Rodrigo up. Who can replace Rodrigo? Which you see, even watching the other game, like he's going to make a couple, 2 or 3 big tackles. The one thing you always look to, what you mentioned, 14 missed tackles this year, whatever. So he's in the right position. Maybe his technique that Calvin Shepard or somebody else can help him with, something like this. But they definitely like him. Now it's an accessory piece, right? This is a guy that they need to make a play or to step up. Maybe it's to solidify more special teams now because Malcolm will be playing all the time and they don't want to waste so much on special teams. Who knows? But this guy's going to play as a cog in the wheel.
Woodward Sports chat thread still talk about Jameson Williams in there. Spenny, I'm with you. J-Mo's under such a microscope for some people. He really hasn't done anything wrong either, just kind of some BS stuff.
Well, no, he's done things wrong. He's gotten suspended.
Yeah, he got suspended.
He made mistakes, and he's going to learn from them.
And then he comes back and scores touchdowns.
Right.
So
Just don't make the same mistake twice.
Right. They are detrimental mistakes.
Yep.
There you go. Woodward Sports chat thread. Mike O, be honest, Neil. Would you rather drive a diesel or an EV? I'd rather drive an EV. Yep. I don't have to go get an oil change. I told you, I'm not saving the planet.
Yes,
I'll drive the diesel.
It's just all it's about me.
One car at a time. You changing the world.
Yeah, no doubt.
Plug it in.
How much more convenient?
1,000,000%.
Okay. Like you would just say the convenience factor from wherever else is.
My
elite.
gas station is in the garage.
Okay.
Oh, look, he's an elitist. He's better than people.
It is. I'm sorry. It is.
Weather's going to get cold.
You're right. Plug it in.
Absolutely.
I'm looking for the first, hiccup to whatever where he's like, F this car.
Yeah. He's never going to do that, though.
I'll tell you what. All right.
He's too deep
Like,
now.
Yeah, he way too deep.
All right. Here's the downside. This is the only downside that I've had so far.
There's a downside?
When we've driven my wife's minivan somewhere, and this happened when we went to the grocery store, I got out and went and walked towards the store, and I had left the car running because your EV just shuts off. When you put it in park, it just turns off. You get out and it turns off.
That is perfect for you lazy ass.
Right.
You don't have to turn your car off.
I also, too, when I drive her car, I just go to push the button to put it in gear, and I forget to start it because it's got a push button start. When you get in the EV, you put your foot on the brake, everything starts.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Why, you got a key fob or something?
yeah.
Okay.
So it has impacted my ability to drive other cars in a negative fashion because I literally just got out of the van and started walking into the store. And she was like, you shut the car off? And I was like, oh, I forgot.
He's too good to cut the car on and cut it off.
You have this antiquated technology in your car. I didn't say that.
Antiquated.
You peasant.
So, yeah. Thank you, D-Mac, for opening the door to that now because we're going to get it.
And also, too, Neil, back to adding a linebacker or whatever, this ain't the last move that these guys are going to be made.
No.
It's a tweak and it's adding. Hopefully, it's the last, big injury or something that we have. But Brad Holmes is working. One of the things is, and I think that can we take that off the narrative that he can only elite in the draft. He's an elite GM across the board.
No doubt.
Right? And he's proven it.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Jonathan Thompson, I love these. Wait until you have to change your $25,000 battery. Number one, they're not $25,000. And number two, wait until you have to change your engine block in your car. The battery that's warranted for 8 years, 100,000 miles. Wait until you have to do that with your engine block.
Yeah.
Literally
What
everything.
if your car breaks down and you have to fix it, Neil?
I don't know. What am I gonna do?
Shit. I didn't take it to a mechanic.
The EV thing's kind of like the JMO
It's
thing.
literally the same thing.
Exactly.
You know what? That just kind of popped in my head.
Yeah.
JMO is the EV of receivers, and people can't wrap their head around it.
I'll go with it.
It's weird.
Why doesn't he piss on the ground like Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I don't know, man.
He's not a team
No
player.
shade, Saint. Loved that was a great celebration. And
Yeah.
the Kamehameha one was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But don't
I
crack
know.
your head open.
Nick Lucido, our resident New York guy. Has anybody talked about the fact that it's cutlets time?
Oh, yeah.
Tommy Cutlets in the
Yes,
house.
sir. Forget about
It's
it.
Tommy Cutlets time.
Forget
right now?
about
Got a
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
No
Day
way.
matchup loading of Tommy Cutlets versus Cooper Rush.
Yes.
Electric.
Both coaches' jobs may be on the line. I love it. It's
No,
stakes.
absolutely. Art Vandelay, range anxiety is real with EVs. It's literally no different than a gas car. You're informed with how many miles are to go, just like a gas. There's literally a gauge on the dashboard that goes down like a gas gauge. I don't get it. I'll never get it. I don't know. Good for me though. You know, whatever makes life easier.
Snowflake.
But yeah, what? What, Spenny? What?
KG.
You did this.
I did this.
You do this every time.
No, you did this with your fucking EV buying. You did this. Nobody told you to get
Can you
EV.
go in the chat and say that? Like, just make it official.
KG's got burners in the chat.
Right.
Absolutely. Nick Lucido, shout out to D-Mac for coming out to see the Blazer EV and LCA concourse the other day.
Oh yeah, sick. I was like, I'll promote it. You let me drive away with it. And
Yeah.
he's like, no, we need it for. I think he'll be back out there for the 27th and 29th too. They are sleek though.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like it. I'm happy
they're cool
with it.
Till they run out of battery.
Yeah.
Just like a gas car's cool till it runs out of gas.
I think that the hang up is the charge time. Like if it's not, it's like driving. If you drive a lot, like how are you going to time to be able to sit there and recharge your car?
Well, what's funny about that is I plug it in when I get home at night, and then I come out in the morning and it's
plugged. It makes so
plugged.
much sense for you for how you drive. And
Yeah.
you go here and you go there, and then you never expand your limit. For me, different conversation because of the miles that you put on. So I think that the loss is the time in between. That I got to stop here, charge it for how long? You know, I gotta wait and stuff like that.
Yeah, on the
there's
fast
just a
fast
miss
chargers
between
be
the
about
old
30
and new
minutes. Yeah.
That I like the gas, so that I know how long it's dependable. It's like technology. It's like the phones. I mean, you wonder why I got it. Look at this, no cover, no whatever. It's like a freaking 6 or an 8 or whatever.
Yeah, you still got a home button on this?
You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't realize how old your phone was.
But these are the ones
He's
I
got
like.
3 phones, man.
Burn.
Oh.
What happens if you blow out a tire on your EV? That's why I'll never get an EV. I saw somebody post that on social media. Maybe an EV's not for me.
Right.
Because the tire went low.
Does it make noise, Neil? If it doesn't make noise, then.
Right. Absolutely.
I drive like a 15 Expedition.
Yes. Crazy clown. I mean, you don't like standing out in the freezing temperatures, pumping gas with the snow and wind blowing in your face, Neil? No, I'd rather just,
Un-American.
pull into the garage.
For somebody that supports Service Academy football, we're
Due
disappointed
to
in
Mike
you.
G. D-Mac has Nextel. Yeah, that's me over here going bleep,
You're
bleep,
right,
bleep,
chirping.
bleep, walkie-talkie and everybody.
chirp.
Remember those, Neil? Were you around for the Nextels?
Oh,
when you had
Neil
the
was a
walkie-talkie?
Oh,
Nextel
yeah.
chirper. Yeah, you was
No,
definitely
I didn't.
chirping.
I was Team StarTAC at that time. I was on the
StarTAC.
Motorola StarTAC. Motorola
Get
StarTAC
outta
was
here.
dope, man. My first one was the Nokia brick that had the snake game on it.
Yep. I remember
That was
phone.
elite.
Had one of those.
That was elite.
Oh,
All right,
hey,
let's get
here's
it back
a
on the
great
tracks.
question. How does it affect your electric bill?
It cost me about $9 from empty to full to charge it at night.
There's your answer. So it doesn't. So adds $50 to your electric bill. a
Yeah, it
month or
cost me
whatever?
about $70 to fill my Range Rover.
Okay, but that's added, right?
Yeah,
There it is for all you who were wondering.
that was the sole driving purpose of the purchase.
The sole driver. So everybody, whoever just said that, what's your electricity bill go up $300 or $400? No, it probably went up $50 and saved me
Yes.
$300.
Yeah, I would say
How many times
5,
you fill
6.
up? a
about
week?
6 or 7 a month.
6 or 7 a month. So
50 between 50 and
so
60
there you go,
bucks.
54 as opposed to 420. 350.
There you go.
Save 350.
That's
There it is.
It's like you were in the thought process.
I was in the
D-Mac,
thought
so-
process. Just like, well, I'm always in the thought process of where to get the hair done.
Yeah,
Walking to
absolutely.
Any Lady Jade's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, enjoy. $20 haircut special. Scalp massage, hot lather, neck shapes, hot towel treatment from one of the talented stylists. Take advantage of the $20 haircut special. Scan the QR Code up in the corner today. Lady Jade's Haircuts are up with 70 days a week, walking anytime. It's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports. Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Neil Rula here for Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Guess what you can do at Caesar Sports? You can scan the QR code on the screen. You can use a promo code Woodward1000. Make your first deposit, then make your first bet. And guess what happens? If your first bet loses, Caesar Sportsbook will give you that bet back as a bonus bet. You get a do-over, guys. It is that simple. The app is clean. It's easy to navigate. It's easy to see, as a matter of fact. It's not glitching on you. Great technology that Caesar Sportsbook uses. They're one of the main players in the sportsbook game, everybody. You know them. They've been around forever. It's Caesar Sportsbook. Use a promo code Woodward1000. Get that first bet back as a bonus bet if you lose. And if you win, guess what? You ain't got to worry about it because you got your cash. Withdrawals are smooth. Deposits are smooth. All of it. Caesar Sportsbook, guys. They're cutting edge. You know what they are. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
KG, make sure you send in your top 5 list.
Yeah.
Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 cup sizes as well.
We got your Heisman, too, if you want to do that later.
Okay. We'll run that on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll run that one on Thursday. Nick Lucido, go to your Chevy dealer, guys. Hey, good plug there, Nick. Good plug. Peaceful Tim, $9 a day times 30 days, $270 a month. $9 to go from empty to full, Tim.
Yeah,
it's a
which only
320-mile
happens once a
range,
week.
Tim. What do? Do you buy gas every day, Tim? You rolling through an entire tank of gas? Tim? What don't you got?
It's literally the Jamie. It's literally
It's JMO.
It is.
JMO is the EV thing.
Our whole country is this. Unfortunately.
It's the division.
Yeah, it's always something.
You can't even listen if you don't agree with the other side.
Crazy Clown. Need better infrastructure for electric cars. There's chargers literally everywhere. I don't think people should be forced to have one either, though.
Who's forced?
Nobody forced me to have it.
Are you forced to buy a car? Like, what are we...
And newsflash, that's the future.
This is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Electric vehicles are the
Let's
future.
go Red Wing Sparty. What do you think about this one, D-Mac? Let's go Red Wing Sparty. Waiting on KG's list. It must be a Wednesday. Oh!
Ha.
Ha ha.
Real funny. Send in your list.
Hey.
Motown Cool.
Yeah,
Neil.
but we got all of them if you want to send yours over, KG.
I got you.
Motown Cool. Neil's backing into the garage holding his nuts like J-Mo. I should do that and get a photo of it. No, it is. That's pretty good. Hey, we got a clip of Dan. I do want to drill down on this, Spenny, and I'm actually glad that we didn't get to it yesterday because I do wanted to take some time and really get into it. And I think Spenny deserves some credit on this because he was more of a believer even than I was, and I thought it was going to be better. You got the video on Dan Campbell talking about the defense, right, Spenny? Yes. I wanted to play it, and then I wanted to talk about it. And yes, I wanted to kind of give Spenny a victory lap because I think it's deserved. Because I think that Spenny was a bit of a visionary talking about it. I believed. I didn't believe at the level that Spenny believed at. But let's hear it. Let's hear it about from the horse's mouth. Let's hear it from Dan Campbell.
What about the defense? Over 6 points?
Yeah,
I know they were
170 yards too, only giving up. Got our takeaway. We were talking about getting our takeaway. Kirby got us one, which is great, man. That kind of finished it out for us. Stopped the run. And so I'm telling you, this is a collective effort. Everybody did their job, and when you're able to Man, get a stop on defense, score 7. Get another stop, score 7. You know, you put a tremendous amount of pressure on the opponent, and you put them in a place they don't want to be in. That's hard.
And in DMAC, yes, I know that game was the Jaguars in particular, like in a vacuum as to what he's talking about. But DMAC, I undershot what this Lions defense is.
Oh,
I did for real.
If everybody did, if they're going to be honest, right, to look at what the stat and what the numbers are, but we all did. What were we looking for? Like improvement, the biggest glaring thing. Remember the conversations we had at the end of the year? Right? It was secondary. And then you look at the fact, and what I like is, and you heard it from day one when Carlton Davis said you got a lockdown corner here. We didn't see it. We didn't see this team. We saw it get its engines going right early in the season, and they still haven't until recently. And even that game, they did exactly what they need. That's why this game this weekend in Indianapolis, they can't look ahead to anybody else, is because they got to continue the dominance of what they started last week, getting the offense rolling and stuff like this. But when you talk about the defense, right, because everybody focuses on the offense, what Aaron Glenn has done with this defense, and everybody responsible and made them, they're one of the top defenses, and this is without their best player, right? Would take the best player on defense out of all these top defenses, would they be the same? That's what you're talking about. Their best unit is their secondary, right? Would you say defensively, or their lot without Hutch?
Yeah, I mean,
like if you put Hutch back in, it's their D line, right? With Hunter, Hutch, Aline,
what is their best? Let's have the discussion.
It's the secondary.
It's the secondary right now.
They have 3 All-Pros in their secondary right now.
See, I would still lean it's the defensive line, and the reason why is because they are historically good against the run.
I know, but I'm looking at the secondary. They have the least amount of touchdowns against in the NFL. They have the most takeaways in the NFL. They have the least quarterback rating allowed in the NFL. Like that's the best unit to me, and it's not close.
You know what it is? Look at, and this stat, I know the stat would blow you away if you looked it up. Red zone defense, red zone points allowed, or whatever. You know what we are, the team. And I said this the other day on the first Jacksonville drive. You're gonna have to accept some things from the 20s to the 20s. But the minute a team gets down close to whatever, there's something that, as the field gets smaller, we lock down. More interceptions in the end zone than any other team. It's just like we keep teams to 3 points. You look exactly at how it plays out. You say it all along. We allow 3 and take 7. And that's the NFL, right? Figure it out. Given the narrative of this is the NFL has changed a couple years ago, where it's a 7, who can get the 7 and not settle for the 3.
No, that's
right?
it. Yeah.
And so look at the evolution of this team. You know, 4th down Dan, or whatever you want to call him, but that's just building this team into what this league is. And now, without blinking an eye, fourth and goal from the 5, yeah, no worries. We're going for it because that's the way the league is. And defensively, saying that, they know this. Teams are going to get some yards. Look at the yards, right, where you look at the stats and you go, ooh, that probably was wrong. And then you look at the score and you go, wait, we drubbed them by that much? I've taken the Lions the last 9 weeks in a row.
I know. And the
right?
picks.
No. I mean, it's like, slowly but surely. But like this is, and I think that's the beauty. But we have to pay more attention to this defense. It's always about the offense with this team. They were the bells of the ball. But this defense, like Spenny said, arguably 3 All-Pros on the back end.
I know, and Spenny, like, look, I can't kill you on that comment. You know, I do think it is close to some degree, however, and the reason I say that is because they literally make a team one-dimensional. Every single team. And your guy, by the way, you know who gets undersold on this whole defense? No one ever talks about DJ Reader.
Yeah.
No one. I haven't heard his name brought up in weeks.
That's why the defense is so much better than it was last year. Obviously, the cornerbacks have a big part to play in that compared to that trash heap we were putting out at corner last
Right.
year. But DJ Reader allows them to not sell out to stop the run. Like last year, they were stopping the run just as well as they are this year, but it's because they were selling out. They were putting the linebackers right at the line of scrimmage. They were sending in blitzes from safeties to stop the run. This year, they could stop the run with just their front seven or just their four and a linebacker
1v1,
and allow the other guys to sit out in coverage and make plays.
And McNeil's feasted from DJ
Yes.
Reader, too.
Yes, he
Like,
has.
and
His name a
if you
lot.
can't see that, I can't help you. Like, we all knew Aleem McNeil was good, but I wonder if I was sitting at the bar having a drink with Aleem McNeil, and I'd be like, hey, Aleem, how much of this is DJ Reader? He'd be like,
A lot of it.
It's a lot. He's
You
a
heard
That's a
his
lot.
name
Look
before
what
he
he
got
did
injured.
for Trey Hendrickson when
Yeah.
the Bengals last. That's what DJ Reader does. He makes
No
guys
one
around
talks
him
about
better.
it. Yeah.
Right? And the line and because of that, like, yeah. It's like different guys have to step up in the absence, and you're looking to what are we always looking to? Who's going to step up in Hutch's replacement and stuff like this? Well, you know who stepped up? Secondary. Secondary has said, "We got you, big dog. We'll glue for that extra half second. We'll make these dive down plays." It's those bust up plays with, you got Branch flying through to the ball, you got Robertson flying through to the ball. Their film study on defense, and that's why you look to Aaron Glenn, the preparation that these guys have, and they're out there having fun.
Spanny. Next year, Hutchinson's back with Zadarius Smith, with DJ Reader and Aleem McNeil.
all locked down.
Yep.
All under contract.
When we got Z, that's instantly what I
Now
thought
you're
about.
speaking Neil's language when you look at it. Oh yeah,
All
they're all
signed.
taken care
And
of.
Josh Pascal. And John
Again.
Kaminsky. And, they're going to be the best
Someone's got
defense.
to go. Like, someone's got to go. Like, when you
Carlton
thi-
Davis, Derek Barnes, Carlton Davis, those are your free. You're going to get Kirby's deal done, so I'm not too worried about that. But Derek Barnes, Carlton Davis, those are guys that Carlton Davis you're going to have to make a decision on. Derek Barnes, as much as I love him and what he's done, he's expendable for the guys you want to retain. Carlton Davis is the one they're going to have to make a decision on. I'd love to see them sign him to a 2-year extension tomorrow.
I thought he had a 2-year deal. When he
No,
had it.
they restructure. It's this
Okay.
year, yeah.
Got it.
And I know we do this stuff later, but it got me warm thinking
If they
about it.
re-sign Carlton Davis, they'll be the best defense in the NFL next year.
Yeah.
Number one. Well, I have to see what happens with Aaron Glenn, but on paper they will be.
Wow. And I knew that. Like, we all knew that. It just kind of, when we were talking about the defense and I started thinking about it for next year with Reader, Zadarius Smith,
That was the first thing I thought of.
I was like,
This year is great for
You're
what he's going to
You're
bring,
gonna get
but
at the end of the year.
next year is going to be
You're gonna
crazy.
see. You're gonna see a full force NFC
course.
Championship or the Super Bowl.
yeah. But yeah, no, Spenny, you are correct. You do have a $3.3 million cap hit the next 3 years with Carlton Davis, but they're dummy years, they're void years. So, yeah, he took less up front, and then you backloaded the end of it to do that. So, yeah,
Seems like
it
he
is.
likes it here. I'm just saying. I would love this.
He's 28.
He has been a
That's the
top
key.
7 cornerback in the NFL. Like, look at his stats. The guy has been locked down.
It's incredible.
Yeah, he had one bad year.
Woodward Sports chat thread, crazy clown. This is why I hate Neil. He takes my comments out of context. Read it correctly. Okay, crazy clown, I'll read it again. Need better infrastructure for electric cars, comma. And I don't think people should be forced to have one either, though. There are chargers everywhere around here right now where we sit. I wasn't forced to have one. Nobody's going to be forced to have one. What did I read incorrectly, crazy clown? This is why I hate Neil. That's why I hate you, crazy clown. All right.
What about second best?
What about second
Don't
best?
hate second best.
No, hell no. I love second best, as a matter of fact. Out there on 42 Watson Street, couple blocks away from LCA. It's the spot for downtown. You're going to a game, you're going to a concert, whatever. I'm telling you guys, pull up on second best. Tons of Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey. We're out there for home games. Not Thanksgiving, by the way. For the Woodward Sports pregame show. Electric, the best chicken sandwich in the game. The best the best chicken wings at a restaurant, guys. I'm being serious when I tell you guys that. It is true. It's true. Tons of charging stations around as well. If you have an EV, you can do that also. It's second best. Come get some.
You're an ugly guy. That's okay, because you have a hot girl on your arm. Now Woodward Sports and Les Stanford want to reward you for outkicking your coverage.
I am ugly as by traditional standards.
That's right. If your significant other's hotter than you can win tickets to the Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So find the best pic of her with the average-looking you and post it on X or Instagram.
U-E-L-I-N, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. What? You ugly.
Make sure you tag @Woodward Sports and follow us to enter. We'll announce the winner November 25th. Then you and your much better-looking lady will get tickets to watch Dan Campbell and the Kneecappers.
We're going to buy the kneecap off.
Inside a Ford Field on Thanksgiving. So find the best pic of her and the worst pic of you. And show us all how you outkicked your coverage.
Your mama said you ugly, hey.
From Woodward Sports and Les Stanford. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights. Live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Taller. It's the best drink in the drink game from New Holland Brewing Company, Michigan company over there on the west side of the state. What is it? It's a mix of their small batch gin and a grapefruit puree, and magic happens. If you're a seltzer guy at all, these are it. These are the best ones out there. These are all I'll drink now. I love these things. Taller from New Holland Brewing Company. Get it at Total Wine. You can get it at Meijer, wherever you get drinks. Taller's a drink you need. Trust me, guys, it's the best in there. All right, second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter, KG, all of you. And happy to have you along for the ride. Subscribe to that Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Get in there. Pushing 72,000 subscribers, tens of thousands of you watching the network. We appreciate you, every single one of you. Even you, Crazy Clown. We appreciate you.
Leave Crazy Clown alone, man. He's solid.
Did I not read?
Yes,
okay.
You did.
Crazy Clown said, even when I agree with Neil 100%, he still misread my comments. Did I misread them?
Nope.
Wheezy D313 said it sounded like Crazy Clown. So
Okay.
he said no, but Kenny and I
missed-
were just during break. It was that auto tone, maybe.
Okay, D-Mac.
So take
It's
the tone out.
Neil.
So, okay. So don't read.
Yeah. So don't
It's
read.
the natural tone.
Well, see, D-Mac, the show works better for people that are watching and listening. For comments, it's easier to interact comments with the show if I read them.
I understand.
I'll try.
I understand.
I know you do.
I've been with you for long enough to understand that.
Okay, let me
wanna
try
try it
this again. Crazy
Okay.
Clown. Even when I agree with Neil 100%, he still misread my comments, which we agreed. I read them correctly, in order to piss me off. He gets away with it all the time, too.
Stop trying to piss Crazy Clown off.
I just read his comment.
Yes,
I am
you
going to
did.
hit my head into the
Yes,
table
you
here.
did. Well,
He
you're-
wrote it.
Hey, you
I
know
read
what?
it.
Hopefully he doesn't go slam his head off the desk.
I'm going to wait till Sean's here.
There it is. There it is. There you go, Crazy Clown. That sounds like what it is.
How did I misread it? We all agree I read it correctly, right?
Yes.
All of us.
Verbatim. I was following.
Okay.
Yes. I told you, man. It's the
Told
delivery.
me what?
It's the delivery, man.
I read it.
We working on it, y'all. We working on it.
I read it as he typed it. Stephen Baffy, thank you for your comment. The thing to keep in mind with Carlton Davis, Tampa did not play him to his strengths. He is a man cover guy, and they had him in zone all the time. And boom, that is it. And that's why, too, even with the recent linebacker they've signed, D-Mac, I may be a little more excited because of exactly what Stephen Baffy just said. Here's a wild concept. And the Lions didn't do this forever. I remember, does anybody remember Pat Swilling?
Yes.
All-time great linebacker with the Saints, right? Pass rush guy, got to the quarterback. Lions traded a draft pick that turned out to be Willie Roaf. People remember Willie Roaf, right? Yeah. Got a gold jacket. They traded a draft pick for Pat Swilling. Pat Swilling gets here, and they got him covering running backs in the flat. And I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't what he does. And Steven, like, what a wild concept that this Lions team gets undervalued players and then lines them up and puts them into positions to succeed. That's crazy to me. As a longtime Lions fan, that's absolutely crazy to me. But that's what they do, D-Mac. With this team, with this defense, it's how they operate. And that's a great take. I'm not going to go draft D-Mac and say, hey, you got to be a 140-point guy in the NHL. Even though you were elite in the OHL, an elite point getter, elite scorer.
Just you need to be ready when we'll need you for those moments. But
right.
Until then, this is what we need you to do to succeed. And that's all it is. That's why it's getting guys and putting them in the right positions to succeed. Isn't that what this organization now is all about? Right? Whether it's getting guys in. We always talk about, hey, you got to make it through the front door. Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes wait at the front door, which means there's a certain culture that they've created. It all comes from Sheila. I can't wait till Sheila gets her flowers, but it's putting guys in the right position. That's what makes the best coaches. That's what Scotty Bowman, what made him the best, is he knew what motivated each guy individually. Yeah. He got the best out of them.
Thank you, KG, for bringing all this to light. Now I have my mom texting me, calling me a commie. So there you go. I hope you're happy with yourself.
I am.
With the Army versus Navy mini helmet dropped off the other day.
Yep.
And you're flying the red flag.
And I'm flying the red flag, absolutely. I just loaded. Reloaded the chat on my computer, and the AI thing that popped up.
Yeah.
It said viewers are talking about a debate between Crazy Clown and Neil.
Dog, the AI description is always hilarious. It is. I love it. It's the best thing to happen to YouTube.
No, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. But no, D-Mac, again, it's not a mystery when we go back and like put it back together with this team where they've been, this leadership and all of it. And it's wild to me, man, that. And look, we talked about the JMO thing and the Goff thing, and there's a segment of haters that are laying in wait in the shadows that will, expose themselves. Pause. When the situation presents itself, they'll expose themselves. But you cannot question the makeup of this organization. You can't, and you cannot question what they've done, what Brad Holmes has done, the position they've put people in. They acquire people, they bring them in here, they say, hey, you do what you do. We'll scheme the defense to fit. And how about this? Brad Holmes plays a part in the coordinator's success.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Glenn. Like, you look around this league, right? Do you think that the Jets offensive coordinator said, hey, go get me 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers? I have to have 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
Nah.
For real. For real.
No, it's true. And that goes for any GM in any sport. And if you're you got to put the guys in the right position, right, to be able to call these plays. It's because of the talent, the speed, and all this stuff. And what you're talking about, Neil, is the why. That's what I always say. Just tell me the why. Why you done, and you can explain. Oh, now I know why they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs that high. Now I know why they went and got Jameson Williams, and why, right? Their why is explained, right, to fit what they're building. So the number one thing, and you can't do it alone, and it's never just the GM or the coach or whatever. Everybody from Sheila on down to all the coaches. What have I always said? The one thing about why I thought 3 years ago they'd get it on track, look at their coaching staff. All ex-players. Some of the great, and then they just keep adding a league. Who'd they add? The defensive line guy this year? What's his name? Terrence Wilkins or who's the
Terrell Williams.
Terrell Williams.
Terrell Williams.
Yeah,
right.
the defensive line
you
coach.
add eliteness. Look at Hank Fraley running the offense. Antoine Randall, Kelvin Shepard, all these different dudes that have played that they get respect down to, Aaron Glenn. But they know exactly where they want to go. That's why you say anything you question, take the lead from who's leading these men, and it's Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. If they accept it, you're gonna have to accept it too.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Mike G. Neil, who was your broadcast partner at 105.1?
Me. Me.
That guy. It was that guy. Mostly. I did work with Drew Sharp, too. Rest in peace, Drew Sharp. Yeah. Which was an electric spot for somebody like me to be in.
Awesome. Oh, I can imagine.
Because I could say whatever I wanted, and he got blamed.
Yeah.
All the time. And Drew would tell me that. He'd be like, Neil, lean into it. Because they're never going to say anything to you. They're just going to hate me.
Yeah.
And he was right. It was wild.
It works.
It was absolutely wild. Man, Drew Sharp was a great dude, man. Yeah. Great dude. Rest in peace. Crazy Clown. Why isn't Neil reading my comment about misrepresenting my comment?
God, dude, shut up. It's a sports show.
Tell him about Mark White.
Mark White will save you up to $5,000 on your closing costs. That's right, $5,000. Just visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. That's right, Mark White. I said $5,000 he'll save you. Call Mark White today if you need a new home. He should be your first choice.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. Yes, there are 18 Feldman Automotive dealerships in and around the Metro Detroit area. We know about Feldman Chevrolet in Novi because they're Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. They're the nation's #1 EV dealer. But did you know, what if you want a Ford or a Kia or another kind of car? Go to feldmanauto.com. The address doesn't change. All the brands are represented under the Feldman umbrella. They've been around since 1996. They're rooted into the Detroit community. They do great charity work, too, with the Children's Miracle Networks Hospital. They are a staple of Detroit, everybody. If you buy a car in this town, feldmanauto.com is your first stop. You can start the buying process right then and there. It took me about 2 hours to get the keys to my car. That's how quickly it can be done. feldmanauto.com. Keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter, KG, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Happy to have you along for the ride. And, hey, you know, we're talking some Detroit Lions stuff, obviously.
We got all top 5 lists are accounted for now.
They are accounted for?
Yes.
Should we jump in then?
I mean, it's up to you. It's your show.
Let's do it. You guys want to do it?
Yeah.
I know you do.
Show
Top
big dog.
5 cup sizes. Now, hold on. That's up to your interpretation.
Yes.
I have my interpretation. D-Mac had his. KG had his. And Spencer had his. As to what cup size means. I want that out there.
Yeah.
Does everyone understand that, or did I say it with too much tone?
I don't think we're misinterpreting that.
Okay,
Have you
gotcha.
ever translated?
Okay.
It is Big D energy. So,
Right.
anyways.
All right, there you go. All right, everybody. Top 5 Wednesday. Why is it a top 5 list, Benny?
Because it's half as boring as a top 10 list.
There you go. Top 5 cup sizes. This is in honor of James,
Shout out James.
who came up with the top 5
Fluids. Yep.
I can't wait for this, Spencer Raxter. Without further ado, please.
All right, my top 5 cup sizes.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, the fam, all the Raxter clan there together. It's me.
You guys
me
are
and
deep
my
in the streets.
Oh yeah, I'm
It's like Peaky Blinders over there.
I'm the youngest of 5. I'm the youngest of 5.
And the one you got to watch out for is the little one down there, the sister.
Yeah.
That's the.
She used to kick the shit out of me until I was big enough to put up a fight for myself. But
All right.
Trauma another day. We'll start with cup sizes. At number 5, even though I don't partake anymore, a cup of coffee and a smoke.
Yes.
I haven't smoked a cigarette in over a year now, but just something about wake up, just a mug of black coffee, a smoke, sitting on the porch on a nice fall day or a summer morning. That it is one of the best experiences of your life.
And the coffee mug, it's a perfect size.
Perfect size.
It looks like it's not, though.
It looks like it's not enough.
I swear,
Yes.
you pouring it like this not going to be enough.
But it
hits
is.
every time.
Yeah, it hits every time.
Great
Cup of coffee out of a mug and a smoke. It was choice. At number 4, I've got a yard. If you don't know what a yard is, it is a very long glass cup with a circle on the bottom, and the base and the top is like open a little bit.
I think I know what you're
you
talking
do
about.
it for chugging.
Yeah,
It's a really good chug. I love a yard. At number 3, a stein. I mean, it's basically just a mug with a lid on it.
And it's ceramic.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Oh, that's what they call it?
Yeah, it's a stein. It's got
Think
a lid on it.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, got you.
Oktoberfest, German beers,
Yeah.
all that stuff. At number 2, I got a tulip.
Okay, what is that?
That is one of the fancy beer glasses. That
Oh, yeah.
It's because that's the glass that Drippa comes in.
Yep.
So Drippa comes in a tulip. So tulip's got to be there for me. And then at number 1, I got 36D. I think it's just a perfect cup size. I got big hands. I'm a bigger guy. So C's are good too. Nothing wrong with the little B's either.
Yeah.
You know, you're feeling good there too. But I think 36D is adequate.
That is a fact. Me and Spitty got some similarities.
Yep.
Man. All right.
Oh well, I can't wait for KG's list. KG, your top 5 cup sizes.
All right. Honorable mention to the tall boy. Like the tall boy just hits whenever you get it.
Yeah, the 24, the cowboy.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
You go to the bar, you get the tall boy. But at number 5, it is the Big Gulp, one of the best cups to ever come out. Because you just get that thing, you just fill it up with whatever the fuck. Pop, Slurpee, it don't matter.
You can rinse it out real quick, use it for water, whatever you need to do.
There you go. Great, I think it's like 42 ounces, something crazy, but a great cup size. At number 4, like we mentioned before, the coffee mug. It would be a coffee and a joint with me, Spimo.
Hey,
no offense to the
that works
cigarette
too.
people, but hey, the coffee mug, like we said, it never looks
It
like
doesn't
it's
look
enough,
like it.
but it always is enough, man.
Close cousin to the coffee mug at number 3.
Yes, the A&W root beer mug.
That looks like it
classic.
won't be enough.
Yeah,
but it
I
is.
don't know the big mug, and I'm talking the big mug, the frosty mug.
Yeah.
You know, you got the root beer filled to the top, the ice cream. Oh my god, I just love big glass mugs, man. They're always iconic. At number 2, I am a D man too. So
Hell yeah.
listen, hey, you can't even walk in the club if it's not D size. So let's just be real here. Let's just be real. No offense to the smaller, breasted women out there, but I just prefer a good D or a double D. And at number 1, the iconic red Solo cup. It is the perfect size for every single drink that you possess.
More on that in mind coming up in a little bit. KG, people are asking, is that your dad in the photo?
No, that is actually my nephew, who is, yes, he's older than me. Black families are crazy. And that is my niece, India. And that to the left, of course, in the suit, and the shirt and tie is me.
Gotcha. He looks like, if somebody's saying in the chat, he looks like Chris Webber.
He does look like Chris
I
Webber.
got uncles that are younger than me.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
happens.
But shout out to that's my nephew, Chosen.
And
Shout
nice,
out to Chosen.
nice way to subtly slide the double D's in there, too.
Oh, yeah, you know that.
Darren
you,
McCarty.
Got it.
Top 5 cup sizes.
No. There's another one. Spenny.
Oh, there's another one. Yep.
That's not it. That was there's been a couple too, but that's not the one.
I got it.
Go to Neil.
Okay.
I got it right here.
Oh, you got it?
All right. There it is. Number 5, right, is the jock strap.
The jock strap.
Absolutely.
The cup,
Number one
right.
necessity. Exactly.
Yeah.
For going to war. That is a cup, also known as a cup, most important cup. The red Solo cup, used for so many different things.
Yes.
You never know what is really in the red Solo
And that's
cup.
what makes it great.
That's what makes
More
it
on
great.
that later.
Universally
It's a mystery.
great. 20-ounce coffee. Need that 20-ounce coffee. I mean, these dogs are a little too small. That's why I usually see me 2 coffees in the morning. But you need the 20-ounce. Number 2, spitter. No matter what, universally.
That's a highly
need the
specialized
spitter
cup. Yep.
Yeah.
I do. That's just self-awareness.
The
as
Solo
we
cup is
see.
versatile.
And number 1, how could it not be the Stanley Cup, right? And having it 4 times. And why is it the Stanley Cup, Spenny? Because I'm going to bring it all back around to you guys. 17 and a half beers. 17 and a half. You can't get 18, and it'll bubble over the top. And by the way,
Beautiful.
the conductor, right? I never drank alcohol out of the cup till after I was retired. Another story. But the best thing, ice cream sundae. Overflowed in that thing 08 with the kids. I had 7 ice cream headaches. Wow. It was so cold and so awesome. The greatest ice cream headaches of my life.
Yeah,
So Stanley
brain
Cup,
freeze.
shout out, buddy. Good to see you.
I mean, that trumps everything. I mean, the Stanley Cup. You got 4 of them. I mean, that's,
Why you got to talk about politics?
yeah, that's not fair, man.
D-Mac, which cup's your favorite cup?
Cups are like kids, man. It's always a different story. Like which
Depends on how you're feeling that
Which version
day.
of me?
Yeah.
D-Max is, what are you, fucking crazy? Did you see that goal I scored? First cup in 42 years.
'Cause
So
that
the
would
kid
be-
across
that would
the
be my
pond,
favorite
what?
one. Yeah, like-
Give your fucking head a shake. It's 97. But no. Then it gets into 98 with Believe, with the Vladdy being
Yeah.
able to do something almost like what the Lions are doing without Hutchinson to lose your best player and to continue to go on and win that was for everybody, and that's why the Red Wing culture I think is a little bit different, and especially older, because we all went through that sort of loss and it was life. 02, I mean, doing something that you're supposed to do with the Hall of Fame team that'll never be, and bringing guys like Dominic Hasek and Luke Robitaille their first cups, and then 08 is never given up. And that was proof to yourself is that, I had something left.
I would imagine that one means the most. For you.
To Darren.
For you. To Darren.
To Darren. Yeah, to Darren, because because you can't tell me I'm the wrong person that you can't tell me you can't do something.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And you understand that too. So
Yeah.
but cups are like kids, man. You love them. You love
They're all
them.
unique.
You can't choose, but they all have a different story, and there's different reasons.
I can choose depending on how they're acting in a
That's
given
exactly
moment.
it. Oh, speaking of that, how's the dishwasher situation?
It's a losing battle.
All right.
All right,
Losing battle.
Freddie Felt 313. Whoever said anything more than a handfuls of waste is a bozo.
Right.
The bigger the cup, the better. Okay.
fair.
Shout out.
All right, my top 5 cup sizes. Number 5. I love this, doing this as I'm speaking to a class at De La Salle High School. That's pretty funny.
You had
Number
tone in that
5.
lecture, I can tell.
The 1 ounce shot glass. It's a classic, Spenny.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a classic.
For sure.
Which leads you into number 4, the 2 ounce shot glass.
My preferred shot glass.
Later in the night,
Yeah.
that's a classic.
The double.
You know how that one works. Number 3, the pint glass. I feel as though it's a good mix. The pint glass can be whatever you want it to be. If you're just having one with dinner because you like the flavor, cool. If you want to get into it a little bit, that's cool too. It'll get you where you want to go. The pint glass is, I think
The pint glass is the fork in the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the fork
But
in the road.
both choices
You
are
can
right.
go-
Yeah.
right?
Both choices are right. The pint glass, to quote Van Halen's, the best of both worlds. I believe
Look
that.
at you.
I 100% believe that.
Went Van Hagar too.
Yep, absolutely. Number 2, the 32-ounce beer mug, the one with the handle.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the
Yeah.
hardcore glass one.
Love
Yes.
The one where you could eliminate an enemy.
Yep.
By sending one off the
Right.
top of
Could
the dome.
delete somebody with that for sure.
Absolutely. And you can usually, I remember Marinelli's in Fraser was my bar growing up.
Oh, they have one over at 12 and
Yep.
12.75.
Yeah, Marinelli's and Fraser was my bar, and I would sit there, and you would get those, and they had them for $6, and for
I think they're called Boombas.
Boombas, yeah,
Slamming
absolutely.
Boombas. Never been there.
You could do an evening with those things and get to where you got to go, and it would be under $30.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a glorious time to be alive.
What a time.
Glorious. And then number one, the Red Solo Cup. The Red Solo Cup's number one for this. The mystery of what's inside, as you guys talked about earlier, because you never quite know. You can do anything, break any law, do anything you want with a Red Solo. You can walk down the street with straight tequila in a Red Solo Cup, and can't nobody tell me nothing, right?
I done drove with it.
You can't.
I hate to say it, but
the Red Solo Cup is the perfect cup, not only just for its size.
Diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a license to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
The Red Solo Cup. Drink whatever you want, wherever you want, all of it.
And you get respect. It's like a status symbol.
All of it.
Yeah.
Like, look,
you double up the Red Solo Cup,
I
you
was
get
going
a
to say,
nine.
no love for the double cup. I mean, I've only sipped a couple times in my life, but it's a cool little contraption.
Gotta have the double cup.
The double styrofoam.
Oh yeah.
It's like I said, I'm not a frequenter. I've only sipped mud a couple times in my life, but
I feel you. Not mad at it.
Felt cool doing it.
You ain't on your future shit.
Yeah, no, not on my future shit.
Sensational.
Nicholas Duncan, don't drink and drive, kids. Correct. Don't be like kids.
Never would promote that.
No reason to now.
I'm just telling you about my personal experiences.
Call a friend.
No, absolutely. Freddie Felt, Neil, let the cups watch.
My dad has saved me and Easy from downtown quite a few times.
Yeah. There you go. Shout out Spencer Raxter.
Yeah, that's Solo Cup.
Next week, top 5 Thanksgiving foods. It's a staple. We do it every year.
Yep.
Tastes change. Technology evolves. So that's a staple. You in, D-Mac, next Wednesday?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. It is one of I love the holiday getaways.
My 1 and 2 are locked. I already know. Every year. Mac and cheese, deviled eggs.
Yeah.
We had that. You directly impacted me having a deviled egg on Thanksgiving, and it was better than I thought it would be. No, they were around, but I never ate. We'll get into it next Wednesday.
I'll take you to my
If there's
cousin's house.
devil eggs
You'll fall
around,
in love with
I'm
devil eggs.
minimum slamming 6 of them.
Yeah.
No,
sure.
they are.
Yeah, but when you're at Thanksgiving, you got to You can't just do everything.
Yes,
Yeah,
you can.
That's what it's for. It's the one
No,
day a year you
can't just do everything.
Shit,
Yeah.
okay.
And
I disagree.
I will take
got like 8 of
deviled
them
eggs over different things.
I take it over ham.
Yeah,
gonna be heated.
I'd take it over
Absolutely.
turkey.
Ooh.
I'm not mad at that take.
James, I was anticipating these lists should have involved more boobs,
Well, you got to talk to your man Neil over there.
but it was still a slang term for boobs. Appreciate you guys. Hashtag top 5 white meats versus dark meats. Rando Smalls as well. I'm so disappointed. No strippers navels. Rookies.
That's not cup size.
Yeah.
I had 36D in there.
You're right. We all represented breasts except Neil.
No, absolutely.
Showing our maturity
Neil, not a
on the
breast
show.
man.
Hey, way to go, Spenny. Showing your maturity.
Thank you, D-Mac.
So I felt that worked well.
Hey, I will agree.
Neil,
Weed
a
is
fat
a
guy.
PED on Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Get
yeah.
you to eat more, get that system flowing, that hunger.
Should we do a draft
Nothing
again?
like having the right buzz.
Yeah.
Remember when we did the drafts?
Yeah, I do remember.
I'm with a draft.
Those were fun.
What's
we
that?
would do we did fast food draft.
Hey.
We did fruit draft.
And then we'd break them down.
And we break them down. Yeah. Those were fun.
Why did we get off? It just kind of went away.
Yeah.
We got to bring that back.
Well, I guess if you got a good draft, you want to do a draft for the Thanksgiving?
yeah.
Boom. Yes.
Thanksgiving draft.
Thanksgiving
Do a draft,
draft.
and then we'll talk about our top 5
Yeah.
after that because
Okay.
it'll come up. So let's do it.
Because the holiday getaway shows, we talk about the holiday.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll do an honorary
So
Spencer
we can do
Thanksgiving nickel package.
And it's a Wednesday, too. It's
Yeah.
perfect. So we can do the top 5 and the draft.
Yeah.
And after the draft, we can do our top 5s and be like, this is what we got out of our top 5.
Who's got it? Yeah, you stole
It's like the
mine.
big board. Yeah.
There. All right.
There it is.
All
Our
right.
dual Thanksgiving segments.
Look at
The
on the
fruit
fly
draft was
production.
electric.
The fruit draft.
We did a fruit draft, yeah.
It was awesome.
Neil snuck limes from me. Oh,
Oh.
man.
Hey, speaking of that, tomorrow night is Pavel Datsuk's Hall of Fame thing, but I know that, and I don't know what game, but coming up soon, and it might be next week or whatever, but the gravy boats, the Zamboni gravy boats, they're coming. The giveaway. We always know it's
that is an elite giveaway.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Dilly. He does the Zamboni at LCA.
Shout out.
Players, Neil, the track team in Oakland used to have styrofoam cups with gallons of chocolate milk. We would always clown the coach for it. Yeah, get the red Solo cups out.
Right.
Tell Paul Rice, get the red Solo cups out. All right, where are we going with this? We're going to talk Pistons for a minute. All right,
Can
we do a segment for me?
Yeah, it's going to be a short one, so
yes,
because we're already over. But KDK Law, D-Mac.
Well, I am the most qualified at the network to talk about this. KDK Law, of course, dealing with divorce, child custody, visitation, or other family law issues. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham will have your back 10+ years of experience and 24/7 availability. Scan the QR code on the screen. Call 248-971-0476. Say Woodward Sports sent you, and KDK will pay your filing fees. What a deal. KDK Law, they've got your back.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Greatest promotion ever. At least that's what Rex Ryan says. Woodward Sports and Les Stanford want to reward you for out-kicking your coverage. That's right. If your significant other is hotter than you, and guys, we know in this chat they definitely are, you could win tickets to the Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. Find the best pic of her with the average looking one of you. Post it on X or Instagram with the hashtag Woodward Tickets. Tag at Woodward Sports and follow us to enter. We will announce a winner on November 25th. Outkick your coverage from Woodward Sports. Les Stanford Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC in Dearborn and Ferndale. Remember, together, let's drive. Vroom, vroom.
All right, keeping it pushing on a Wednesday. Getting you over the hump, everybody. Big D Energy, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter. Of course, we have KG in the house as well.
23rd.
23rd is the Gravy Boat game?
Thank you, Patty Reed.
There you go.
From
Shout
Indianapolis, who are coming to kick your fucking ass this weekend.
Damn right.
Don't cry.
John effing Lord, we want the draft. We want the draft. We will give you the people what they want. We will do the Thanksgiving food draft coming up next Wednesday.
I love it.
4 rounds. We're going to do a random, right? We got a random draft order.
Randomizer?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We got to figure that out. Should we do that? Can we do that on the screen too? The random draft randomizer?
We can do that. Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll do it Tuesday on the screen.
Neil, I'm always looking for a reason to play that draft sound effect, by the way, so I appreciate you for this.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely. Oh, that's still awesome.
It's electric.
Still awesome. Steve DeYoung, it's a beauty when the shows write themselves, Neil Rule. Yes, it is. I'm the king of it. So, speaking of that, Friday, Nickel Package Friday. T-Foss is going to be in for you, D-Mac.
Yep.
We will have a Black Santa Nickel Package.
That is a fact. We will.
Wow.
'Tis the holiday season. So we will do it. A Black Santa Nickel Package. Make sure you tap into that one. All right. I wanted to have the discussion. And I wanted to just check in. Where is everybody with the Pistons? Because I feel like there's been a pendulum shift from the Red Wings over to the Pistons. Like there seems to be some.
This guy.
One guy in this room.
Hello.
led the
this
charge.
Guy. Yeah, dude. It's exactly what it is. Now playing like you're hockey team should as your basketball team. You know, and I can take the inexperience and, you know, the turnovers we talk about and, you know, losing close games or whatever like that because I see the effort and I see the improvement, I see the direction. Right now, dude, we got stalled on 75, bro. Bus broke down. Whatever it is, off to the side of the road. We what tomorrow night is game number 18? Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, we are in. I put the flag out, right? And it's just, Neil, because the whole thing is, and forget about the wins and losses. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the eyeball test of effort, like the spark, that thing that we see come right. And do you guys understand what I'm talking about? That I see it with the Pistons. There's different frustrations with this Red Wing team. It's like, come on. There's not. It's just blah, right? At least with the Pistons, it's not blah.
Yeah.
You know you're going to expect, and they're going to turn the ball over, and they're going to miss shots, and they're going to do it, but they're trying. That's the most frustrating thing for me is I don't. It's gross.
Well, and Cade, like, people can say what they want about Cade. He's on a trajectory to have a historically great Pistons season. Think of this franchise. And think of the banners that hang. Cade Cunningham is on a trajectory to have a historically great Pistons franchise. All the players that have played here before. Like, that's what it is. And you can talk about the state of the game today and how it's played and everything like that. But the fact of the matter is, he is on a historic pace right now as far as the Pistons franchise is concerned. And like, look, is it a finished product? And I know everyone's going to go right to the linear, right? Say, well, you know, they're not going to make the playoffs or whatever. Okay, with that being said, like, they're not a finished product.
Right.
But I will say this. Malik Beasley, the adults that they went out and they got, for the most part, they've performed. Malik Beasley's been great. You know, you can nitpick some stuff, certainly. They are not a finished product. I know Spenny's going to go into something. And that last game, you know, the Bulls were 23 for 46 from 3. You're not beating anybody in the NBA when they're 23 or 46 from 3. Anybody. Yeah. Anybody. And Zach LaVine, who I kind of advocated for, and people told me he's trash, couldn't miss.
Again, against the Pistons.
Every single time. Against us.
Man dropped 50 on us last year.
I'm cool with Zach LaVine, but Kobe White and Nick Vucevic, you can't let that happen.
They were 23 for 46, man.
I understand that, but if we could have got some better defense being played.
And here we go, Paul Thomas. Let's not put Cade's jersey up in the rafters yet. He is not Isaiah.
Who
Never said that.
Nobody says that.
When you stack up the numbers from this season, he will be amongst Pistons' elite seasons of all time.
Yeah.
You cannot like that. That's fine, but you can't ignore it, man. You absolutely can't ignore it. I'll tell you what, for me, it's just as simple as this. It's JB Bickerstaff. And I have to give the apology to JB Bickerstaff. I was not fully aware of your game, familiar with your game. When I was prepping, I did play-by-play for all the preseason games this year. When I was prepping for that, when you start digging through this man's resume, it is incredible, D-Mac. When JB Bickerstaff shows up on the scene, your defense gets 50% better, i.e. in terms of points against. When he got named interim coach for the Grizzlies, took him from like 16 to 6th in season in points against. Went to the Cavs. They were about the middle of the league in points against. Got them to the number 1 overall points per game defense in the league. Number 1. The Pistons were 26th, 27th. They are inside the top 8 now. That's why they're winning. Bottom line, that's why they're winning. You have to get stops in this league. Mm-hmm. You have to. And that's why they're markedly improved. The sole reason why, and obviously Cade's being used to his strengths a little more. We've talked about that. It's been a theme on the show tonight. But Spenny, I mean, again, you were aggressive with your 35-win ticket.
Yeah.
It's going to take some doing.
I think it was.
And that Charlotte game in a vacuum hurt you. That the missed free throws at the which was that was
it was a couple games.
The Milwaukee game. That's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
You know, if they win 34, you're gonna be pissed about that. But with all that being said, though, Spenny, they're there, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're there. Am I overdoing this?
No, I don't think you are. They are there. They're playing well. They're playing hard. They're playing as a team. And you're about to add back one of the best defenders in the NBA when Asar Thompson comes back. So, like, that's only going to help. He is a truly one of the few players in the NBA that can guard 1 through 5 at a high level. So having him back is going to be huge. JB Bickerstaff is going to love him. Like,
yeah.
If you don't like Asar Thompson, I feel bad for you because he's going to get a lot of run on this team. Fact. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, this team's fun to watch play basketball again. Half of their games come down to the last second. They had a stretch of like 5 games in a row where it was either overtime or a 2-point game. So they're fun to watch. They're exciting, and it's hats off to JB Bickerstaff, man. He's got these guys excited to play ball again. He's got them bought into what he's preaching, and that's something that terrorist Monty Williams could never do.
Super Bowl Cardia, I wanted to trade Cade for a Godfather Hall because we had 14 wins. No one's giving you a Godfather Hall for a player on a 14-win team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Who wasn't even signed at that point.
Right. Like, that's my point about that. Like, the trade Cade contingent. KG, where are you at with them?
No, I think they're arguably ahead of schedule at this point.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Yeah, because if they continue to play at this pace, I mean, the East ain't looking too high. And they can get it to the playoffs straight away. Now, will they be a high seed? I doubt it, but I just love what I'm seeing right now. The defense from this team that they played night in and night out has been really good. Cade's been great. He's taken that next step. Jaden Ivey, I feel like, isn't being talked about enough in how he's improved his game this year defensively and shooting-wise. There's a lot to like about this team. I want to get your thoughts on Jalen Duren, however, because he's somebody that I see a lot of potential in, but I'm starting to think maybe he might not reach that just with just how he plays defensively. What are your thoughts on Jalen Duren right now?
I think that you're seeing teams put him in a position that is tough for him to deal with because he's never dealt with it before. And the bottom line is you're talking about a 21-year-old kid that's in his 3rd different defensive system in a league that will kill you. If they smell an ounce of blood, they will kill you. And I know Spenny's got some different thoughts than I do. For me, too, I wonder about, like, he seems to have a lot of ankle issues. I would like to see that get cleaned up. I would. And I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm not a part of the medical team or anything like that, so I don't know what the deal is.
You got to cover stretch 5s.
That's tough. All right, let's do this, and let's take a break real quick. We'll come back. We'll pick this thing up, and then I got a Red Wings question for D-Mac. I'm not going to set you off. I'm just going to ask you what you can do, D-Mac. That's it. Let the fans watch.
Let the fans watch live at Hayes Social for every Lions game. Make sure you come check it out. It's a lot of fun. Come join us. It's a blast. Last week we were talking about The Wire and Gladiator 2 because it was such a relaxing game. Hopefully it's a better game this week, but I'm not expecting much different. Make sure you come join us at Hayes Social. Great food, great environment, and a great spot to watch the game. Huge 17-foot TV screen, so come out. It's so much fun. Presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. You got the post-game show as well with Stick and Anson after the watch party. So come out and enjoy the Lions coverage. Woodward Sports doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
You're an ugly guy. That's okay, because you have a hot girl on your arm. Now Woodward Sports and Les Stanford want to reward you for outkicking your coverage.
I am ugly as by traditional standards.
That's right. If your significant other's hotter than you can win tickets to the Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So find the best pic of her with the average-looking you and post it on X or Instagram.
UGLIN, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. You ugly.
Make sure you tag at Woodward Sports and follow us to enter. We'll announce the winner November 25th. 5th, then you and your much better looking lady will get tickets to watch Dan Campbell and the Kneecappers.
We're going to bite a kneecap off.
Inside of Ford Field on Thanksgiving. So find the best pick of her and the worst pick of you. And show us all how you outkicked your coverage.
Mama said you ugly. Hey!
From Woodward Sports and Les Stanford.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza now has signature wings for a limited time only. Go and grab some of these delicious wings. 7 different flavors to choose from. My personal favorite is the spicy garlic, but the buffalo, the lemon pepper, the honey barbecue, they are all delicious. Choose your favorite for yourself after trying them all. Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza. To find a Soroki's near you, go to Sorokis.com.
All right. Coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter, KG, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Happy to have you with us. We're just kind of wrapping up this Pistons discussion. I think KG put it best. They feel like they're ahead of schedule, that people didn't expect this to happen this quickly.
And the fact is look at some of the games that they've won with stops on defense.
Yeah.
Right? And that's commitment. So there's a commitment there, even though there's learning mistakes and there's a lot of things to get better. But I think we can all agree as Pistons fans, and that's why. When you progress further along than what you expected, it's easy to get behind it.
No question.
Speaking of not progressing...
I had a simple question.
I hate seeing you like this.
A simple question, D-Mac. We can all agree that this isn't what we expected nor what we want with the Red Wings right now. We can all agree on that. There's not a person that won't agree with it. My question to you is this. What can be done about it in season with the personnel? What can you do? Because you got to do something,
well, if
right?
The first thing is pull out the bingo balls. What do I mean by that? How about switching lines up? How about doing whatever else? You can always go back. The only thing that's clicking for you is the third best power play in the league. You know, shout out to your captain, Dylan Larkin, who's got 11 goals, trying to do what he can do. But mix it up. You know what I mean? Like, you try to play a dump and chase and you won't hit anybody or go chase the puck. That does not work. I would just say the first thing is if I was Coach Lalonde in this situation, at least in practice, you know, but are they getting the opportunity to practice? And I think that's a big thing too with a team like this, is that you don't have practice time. You're on the road, you're traveling, you're West Coast and stuff like that to fix these little things that we're talking about. So to me, the first thing is I would mix the lines up. What do you got to lose? Plus, there's always an excitement in the locker room when you play with a different guy or what's going on. So I don't know, dude. It's just it's that energy and excitement. And we all know it because we watched it last year. I'm not talking out of my head like something that I expect that we haven't seen. We saw that excitement at the end of the year. Where is it? Where's the spark? Right? And the conversation that we started yesterday was it's becoming apparent 20 games in is some of the moves that have been made in the offseason, not even just this offseason, but previous off seasons, aren't paying dividends. And it's easy to say. You take the two guys out of that locker room in Perron and Gostisbehere, and this is, to me, what you get. So, I mean, it's just show me some emotion, bro. Emotion. There's no emotion.
You know what they
are? That's the front. Why do I get so frustrated? Why do I care? I don't. I shouldn't. But when it's something that I bled my sweat
part of the
and
lineage,
tears,
yeah.
No, it's so frustrating because I can handle losing.
Right.
But this isn't losing the right way because it's like you're not even trying. That's what it feels. That's what it feels like to me to watch. So you know what? I'll be down there to see Pav. I'll be down there to honor Pavel Datsyuk. 1-2 Stanley Cups with him and stuff like this. But gosh darn it, you better hit me up early before the game and stuff like this because if this garbage consists and the Islanders and Patrick Water take it to you, won't find me in that building. And I don't blame anybody else. Turn this stuff off because it's not worth watching it. It's not worth being frustrated, especially with all the other great things going on around the city.
And D-Mac, I kind of rock with you on that because if you don't, look, there's no one coming to save you. right? Like you can sit around like there's no trade that's going to be made. Like no one's coming to save you from a roster perspective.
Right. No, the only thing you can hope for is if it gets worse that he just influxes it with about 5 young guys give coaches, influx it with 5 young guys, because then you will at least see the effort.
Right, but no one's coming to save you, though. That's the moral of the story.
Savior.
You know what it's like right now? I almost feel like Lalonde is like last year. He's got a 2-9, or he's got a 1-6 fantasy team, but he's holding on to Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
like why? Like his quarterback's killing him, his wide receiver's killing him, and he's not going to trade Christian McCaffrey to address those issues. Like that's what I feel like. That's the vibe I get from what you're saying. Like you have to do something, right? Like go down swinging, because if you're going to go down, because if this continues, he's going to go down. Right? Is that fair? I'm not.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not being a crazy clown here, right? Like
No.
it's fair, right?
People want him gone now.
So yeah, that's my point. Like I'm one of those people, D-Mac. I'm going to empty the whole clip, man. And if it literally means getting my lines from a Yahtzee can, then that's what I'll do. You may as well, right?
You
do
tell
something.
Me. I mean, it makes the most sense. Give me another solution. Anybody else have any other?
No
solutions?
one's coming to save you
because no one's stepping up. No one's taking the initiative like a Christian Fisher or whatever, going to run somebody through the boards or you know what I mean. There's no. At least like I could say, well, at least this guy cares. I don't know. It's just frustrating.
Shamerda says in the chat, I used to like Lalonde, but there's no way this team should be looking this bad from the people that we lost. More than half the people we lost aren't even putting up points where they are. The ghost thing is tough, though. Like, he slid right in at Carolina, man.
That's what he does.
Right, he slid. You're bingo, Spenny. Like that. I tapped into a couple of their games. Like, hockey's... The rest of the NHL is kind of my thing that I watch. Like, if I have nothing going on that night, I'll kind of tap in. And I was like, oh, let's see what the Ghost is up to, dude. And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, let's take the final break, come back, and you got some questions for D-Mac.
Hey, for the record, A did his 411. I'm going to type this up. But he says, D-Mac should go to Eisman's office and say, I'm tired of this shit. No. You don't want me anywhere near that, man, because it will get way worse before it gets way better if I do that. So I'm just going to sit out here, whine and complain and whatever at a distance,
right,
and not get the man's attention, because he will do that just to spite me.
You know what I dread, D-Mac? If something does happen with Lalonde, the replacement discussions.
Yeah.
I dread that.
It's going to happen.
Because I only got one on my mind. But we're not there yet.
Yeah.
We're not there yet. Where were we at? Oh, yeah, Planet Fitness, everybody. We're live at the Planet Fitness Studios. There's over 50 Planet Fitnesses in Metro Detroit. With a $24.99 a month, that's it. That's all Black Card. You get access to them all. As a matter of fact, you get access to over 2,600 Planet Fitnesses around the world. Guys, it's got everything you need. Tons of weights, if that's your thing. Tons of cardio equipment, if that's your thing. 30-minute circuit, if you're pressed for time. Clean facilities, clean locker room, clean showers, all of it. You can make it a part of your day. Go take your shower, get dressed. You won't miss a beat, everybody. It's got to be a part of your everyday routine. That's how you're going to make a change in your life, and Planet Fitness can be that change. I can relate. I've been a member for over 3 years. I'll never be a member at another gym. I promise you guys that. Why would I pay more money to lift the same weights? The weights weigh the same. And there's tons of them at Planet Fitness. Go to planetfitness.com, join there, or pull in the parking lot. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights, everybody. It's Planet Fitness. I can't get past it. I'm sorry.
An ugly guy. That's okay, because you have a hot girl on your arm. Now Woodward Sports and Les Stanford want to reward you for outkicking your coverage.
I am ugly as by traditional standards.
That's right. If your significant other's hotter than you can win tickets to the Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So find the best pic of her with the average-looking you and post it on X or Instagram.
U-G-L-I-N, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. What? You ugly.
Make sure you tag at Woodward Sports and follow us to enter. We'll announce the winner November 20th. 25th. Then you and your much better looking lady will get tickets to watch Dan Campbell and the Kneecappers.
We're going to bite a kneecap off.
Inside of Ford Field on Thanksgiving. So find the best pick of her and the worst pick of you. And show us all how you outkicked your coverage.
Mama said you ugly. Hey!
From Woodward Sports and Les Stanford. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday here on Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that I trusted for my career. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Final segment of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. Spenny, I got a quick question for you.
Yes.
You're a college football guy. I'm a college football guy. What's your take on the bracket?
I love it.
What do you think about the matchups? You
I
think they're
haven't looked
leaving?
at them yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, are they leaving anybody out? Is anything egregious?
I didn't see it yet.
So I'll give it to you real quick if you want.
Yeah.
For the first round, they have BYU at number 5 seed Ohio State.
Okay.
They have number 9 seed Alabama at number 8 seed Notre Dame.
Okay.
They have number 11 seed Georgia at Penn State, the 6th seed. They have number 10 seed Ole Miss at Indiana. The top 4 are Boise State 4, Miami 3, Texas 2, Oregon 1. So that's the way that it sets up. And
Colorado.
I'm dialed in.
No, they got BYU
games.
right
There's
now.
some good matchups right there.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of blowouts in that first round.
Yes, there will be.
Georgia at Penn State. Come on now.
Well, no.
Yep.
Oh, I was told wait till the SEC comes up north.
Yeah, and that is what they say.
You guys told me that.
Georgia at Penn State. Come on, dog.
And Ole Miss at Indiana.
Yeah, that's another bloodbath waiting to happen.
I don't know.
Spenny's big on Indiana.
I like Indiana. I think Indiana could
They
win the Big
barely
Ten.
beat Michigan.
Thought Michigan was elite.
We're going to find out all we need to know about Indiana
We'll
this
see
week.
what happens when they go to Columbus for sure. That's the true test.
That is a true
They don't
test.
stand a fucking chance. But
I'm with you on. I think it's going to get bloody too.
yeah,
I do. But with all that being said, I just want to know if anybody had any problems with it or anything like that. Like, it was always going to be this way. They're always going to have 4 Big Ten teams in.
Yep.
They're always going to have 4 SEC teams in.
They still find a way to get what they want, and that's what.
Well, that was the whole
college playoff
premise
fans
when they
told
signed
me.
on for this.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, we'll agree to this, but you're giving us more.
Right.
And, like, that's what it is. I want to see Army beat Notre Dame.
I don't think you will.
I would love
unfortunately.
that.
It would be great. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well,
but-
I mean,
yeah, well,
they're
clearly
15-point underdog.
Clearly, but yeah.
I want to see Army beat Notre Dame.
But that's what they got you. That's what they selling.
By the way, Bryson Daly will join us the week of the Army Navy game.
Let's go.
We couldn't squeeze him in this week before Notre Dame, but we will. Army quarterback who was a dark horse Heisman candidate till he got I believe it was a staph infection.
Mm-hmm.
So that was tough. But hey, he could launch right if he runs for like 4 touchdowns this week and they beat Notre Dame and
He'll
he's
be
got
right
more
back in there.
touchdowns than Ashton Genty and he's the 3rd leading rusher in college football with 7 touchdown passes and no picks. Like, the metrics will be there. Danny G, I was told Penn State is a contender. And D-Mac, the reason I bring that up right before we cut out of here is because you asked about it. So how do you feel about Georgia at Penn State?
I love it, dude, because it proved to me you're not a pretender anymore there. James Franklin, I don't like their spot, but if the only way out's through. So you know what? That's what I'm asking. Is this the year? You'll find out. Might as well serve them up with Georgia early on.
The bad part is I can see them actually maybe having the lead late and then blowing it because that's what they do.
What if, Spenny, let me ask you a question. What if Indiana wears it this week and Ohio State, like, boat races them? You know, 45-10, say, whatever version of that. Are you putting in a 3-loss Georgia team with the losses they have, or are you putting in Indiana?
I would. Excuse me. I would put in Georgia if I was the committee, but they'll probably put in Indiana.
Okay. I just wanted to see if
They'll
you would
put
keep it 100.
Indiana over Georgia?
With 1 loss compared to 3, yeah.
I mean, but we talking
What would
brands,
be Indiana's
though.
best win?
Yeah, we talking brands at that point. I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't know. I doubt it.
And again, I would come back to this. If Georgia played Indiana, who you betting your mortgage payment on?
Georgia.
Without a doubt.
So, like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's what it is. Kalamazoo, I'm a Michigan slappy, but I will vote for all Big Ten teams over the SEC any day. What's the Big Ten's record in those games, those 2 games we mentioned? Is it more likely to be 2-0 or 0-2?
0-2, baby.
All right. I just said, D-Mac, I'm just telling the Big Ten fans up here, this is what you said. This is what you've always said. Be careful what you ask for, because it'll be a little bit different when Georgia comes walking through that whiteout.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
We gonna see.
I know. I can't wait for it. All right, that's a wrap for the show. I can't wait. Danny G, I would say Michigan, but they barely beat them.
All right, there's no need for that, bro. We was over here chilling. There's no need for the strays.
Danny G, Indiana's best win is Michigan State, LMFAO.
I mean...
I'm just saying, they sidestepped it.
Yeah.
All right, that's it, everybody, for Spencer Raxter, KG, D-Mac. I'm Neil Rule. Well, see you later. Bye.